Greetings, meatbags. And, oh, hey, Timbo. This is another message for you, and we don't expect a response. We just happened to have a look at your baffling attempt to shirk responsibility for the disgusting thing or things you did to your sister.
That's right. You may remember that we were willing to believe you might have just been a dumbass telling fucked up stories for whatever reason. This, Tim, is not how someone who made a shitty joke talks.
And a lot of the stuff you say is just as stupid as the things Meaty Me says to dodge responsibility. Hey folks, C8ANC3 here, and trust me when I say you're gonna hear a lot of what a Danish version of Cyrax would sound like. But above all, get ready for a lot of repetition and looping. Not Birdo bad, but Timbo here is a distant second place.
Better than I can. I've done the best that I could in my life. I lived my life to the fullest. You know, I made mistakes.
There you go, the first Meaty Me thing he says. I've made mistakes. That's as far as Raxo ever gets too. He admits mistakes. He just won't say what they were. This doesn't look good for you, my guy. Already less than 20 seconds in, and you're already reduced to this.
Change that. I can't change that. I can't go back and change that. I wish I could. I wish so many times. I thought about it a million times. I wish I could go back and change that. I regret that so much. I regret that so deeply. I don't know what I can do about it. I can't change it.
Well, here's a couple of things you could do. First, you can admit what it is exactly you would like to go back and change. Second, you could, maybe start looking toward accepting that some things cannot be truly forgiven, and instead accept accountability.
I can't change it. I can only feel bad about it. And I have felt so bad for so many years. Every day I thought about it. Every day it haunted me. Every day I felt bad about what I did. Every day.
What you did. What you did. You know, Timbo, those are not the words we'd expect to come out of someone who merely told a fucked up joke. People who make such jokes are willing to admit that it was a joke. Never heard someone refer to a joke the same way they'd refer to some of the worst shit imaginable. In fact, they usually can't stop saying it. Joke. Joke. It was a joke. I was kidding. I wish I'd never told that joke. Compare that to, every day I feel bad about what I did. Not a joke, excuse Timbo.
I don't know. I punished myself. I tried to kill myself. I couldn't even kill myself. I failed at it. Couldn't even fucking kill myself. God wants me to be here. And so, I don't know what I can do. I can't change it. I can't change the past. I can't change the past. I can't change the past. I did everything I could. Everything I could. I sought forgiveness. I've already gotten that. I'm the only one that, I don't know. All these people, they don't belong here. They don't belong with their judgment. It doesn't fit. It only seeks to hold me in the past.
Oh hey, Meaty Me. That's another thing he loves to talk about. How it's in the past and not letting it hold him back. Bonus for saying you've been forgiven and attempted to remove yourself from the pool of genes. Raxo loves to say how he owned up to his mistakes, and everyone knows about the various attempts at stylicide.
From here on out, it gets pretty repetitive, with the occasional point worth addressing. If you care to see the whole thing, look above and follow the thingy. We won't make you listen to Son of Birdo.
However much I wish I could go back to the past and change it, I cannot go back and change it. I cannot go back to the past and change the past. I cannot go back to the past and change the past. I cannot go back to the past and change the past. I cannot go back to the past and change the past. I cannot go back into the past and change the past.
I can't go into the past and change it. I wish I could change the past, but I can't. If there's one thing I would change, it would be the past.
You don't say.
It's not me anymore. It's not me. 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 It's not who I am. It's not who I am. It's not who I am. It's not who I am.
What, Timbo? What is not you? How can we know that? This is the same shit Raxo says, just in a different European package.
Hold it. That's enough of this fast-forward shit. Just skip to the interesting parts. We already know what he sounds like as a chipmunk.
I am not me from the past. I am me in the present. I am not who you judge. I am not who I judge. Who you judge. I am not who you judge. I am
Something that doesn't sound like a fucking joke, Timbo.
not me from the past. I am not that person anymore. I take a distance to what I was and what I did. I have sought forgiveness. I have got forgiveness. I have sought forgiveness. I have got forgiveness. I have sought forgiveness. I have got forgiveness. I have sought forgiveness. I have got forgiveness.
Sorry, Timbo, that dog just won't hunt. The problem is we've seen lots of people say similar things. Not just Raxo either. How many people have been released from prison after promising to never do something terrible again? Only to go ahead and do something terrible again. The meatbag vaguely recalls that happened with some dude on Joe Rogan this year. Guy was released from prison with the help of an Innocence Project lawyer who was super proud about the fact that he helped get someone was actually guilty out. He was sure Guy had changed and would never do anything terrible again. Except evidently Guy murdered a friend of his. People believed him when he distanced himself from the past, based on nothing but his word. He violated it. How do we know you're not just like him? How is your assurance of forgiveness supposed to make anyone feel like you'd never do something so awful again? These are serious questions, Timbo.
I have bettered myself. 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 I am better than who I used to be. I am better than who I used to be. I try to improve my life. I try to improve my life. I try to improve the mistakes that I make in my life. I try to improve the mistakes I made in my life.
How exactly? As the meatbag and I record this, you're melting down with this skib ID shit. Welcome to 2023, by the way. This whole potato thing seems to indicate you haven't exactly embraced the error of your ways. After, well, this is a first. We interrupt this look back at Timbo's past with the Timbo of today. Let's go to PCM for the update.
Thank you, L0. Timbo's usual nonsense appears to have dovetailed nicely into what we're talking about here. The following audio is him, apologizing for what he's done and plans to do. You see, we get to be part of his experiment.
See, skibbity. It's a little bit skibbity. I apologize for all this skibbity, guys. Okay, we're trying out some things. Okay, so just, you know, I'm testing out some things with some language and some things. Okay, so it's just you're part of an experiment. Okay, I'm gonna just say it straight up. You are part of an experiment, a potato experiment. You're part of it. Okay. Here we go.
Ski by D, spin the wheel, twist the roots. Mud dwells, twisting in the silent air, the air that stinks, the air that clings, the...
Much the same way we imagine his sister was also the subject of Timbo's, shall we say, curious nature. Sure, they are two totally different things, however, it shows he's willing to inflict punishment as a means of experimentation. Oh, and on a separate but related to the experimentation thing, it looks like our potato god needed 10 bots to boost his numbers and like his... what have you.
I am forced to relive the past. 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 I tried to change it. I could not change it. I tried to change it. I could not change it. I tried to change it. I could not change it. I tried to change it. I could not change it. I tried to change it. I could not change it.
Well, Tim, when you do terrible things and then put yourself out in public, you're bound to be reminded of them. Especially if you think they have been forgiven and you've bettered yourself, with nothing to back that up.
And yeah, we know you tried to change the past. You're still doing it today, either calling it lies or trying to somehow reframe it as not as bad as it was. So far, this is the only part besides being unable to go back in time that we agree with you on.
God wants me to be alive. God wants me to be alive. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I'm here. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I cannot go back in the past and change the past. I cannot go back in the past and change the past. I cannot go back in the past and change the past. I sought forgiveness. I got forgiveness. I moved on. So should you. Now you want to keep repeating the past? Because we can keep doing this for months. I cannot go back in the past and change that.
You could admit what you did, unlike Meaty Me. You could be better than Raxo in that regard.
Go get us some donuts. I don't know if I feel like going out. I don't know. I just,
Donuts! Timbo! Donuts! Are you kidding? That was a pretty sharp
no
stop
fever going
and pivot
anywhere.
into the mundane. Considering your,
that-
well, whatever the hell this is
all that
supposed to be,
feeling to do
frankly,
anything.
it's a joke. A half-hour-long chant about how you've done something you can't admit to. That you, according to you, asked and received
cannot go back in the
forgiveness
past
for.
and change the
Something
past.
you
I
wish
cannot
you
go
could
back in
bend
the past
physics
and
to
change the
change,
past. I
but
cannot go
cannot.
back in the past and
Something
change the
more
past.
serious than
I
donuts.
cannot go back and change the past. I cannot go back and change the past. I cannot go back in the past and change the past. I cannot go back in the past and change the past however much I want. I cannot go back and change it. I cannot go back. Your judgment doesn't do anything. 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 My sister's doing fine, thank you. My sister's doing fine, thank you. My sister is doing fine, thank you. I cannot go back in the past and change that.
Given the lies you've told already, it's pretty easy to see this being less than truthful, too. We certainly hope she managed to heal, and if she can forgive you, wow. That is a hell of a sibling you got there. But the thing about forgiveness and horrible shit like this is that society wonders when it's going to be time for someone else to forgive you for something similar.
Does that make sense, Timbo?
I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and this should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can, and that should be enough for you. I do the best that I can. I can't do anything more. I do the best I can. I can't do anything more. I do the best that I can. I can't do anything more. I do the best that I can. I can't do anything more. I sought forgiveness. I got forgiveness.
It's not enough for Raxo, so why should it be enough for you? On a side note, at this point he seems more annoyed than sorry. Not sure what his endgame was here, or if he even had one. But all he's managed to do is convince us he's been lying and downplaying something especially heinous. The fact that he would present himself as a good guy who learned from his past is belied by the fact he won't talk about it.
I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go back to the past and change it. I can't go. So listen to this, right? So you may think that I lost my integrity, but you also lost yours.
Nice, Timbo, nice. Haven't heard the old, I know you are, but what am I, presented quite so badly before.
You're wrong.
Oh man, but seriously, this guy is definitely a sicko. And that is how one man managed to change our opinion of him by making a strange video declaring he couldn't do anything. As we said, Timbo, there are plenty of things you could do, starting with letting go of the bullshit. And you've got a lot to let go of. Thank you, fine meatbags, for watching. Enjoy your lives. You know Timbo isn't